All right, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I'm going to give all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that root well, peace and salutation to the Akim that's pushing his word, truth, and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, waking up the hopeful elect. This is the brother Zion Amar from the GMS Detroit by Camp, and I'm going to do a video concerning basically the mind of Esau. Right, what Esau, truly indeed feels about you, right? Because maybe you need to hear him say it. You know, you don't believe when the men of the Lord, bring out, actual fact, right? We bring out precepts concerning, the so-called white man being the devil and why he is the devil that the Bible speaks of, right? Because you're too sleep, you know, to wake up, right, to the deeds of this devil, right? I don't care what type of, handouts that he give, right, at the core of his spirit, is a devil, and he doesn't like you so-called Negroes, Blacks, and Native Americans, right? He wants, to slay his brother Jacob, right? That's his whole intent, you know. So you have these politicians, right? You know, they wear, they flash a smile, they wear a nice suit, right? They do what it takes, right, to get your vote, right? But behind closed doors, they have an evil intent against Jacob, right? And we tell our people this, day after day through videos, week after week, by way of, camp. And, our 2/3 of our people just can't get it, and they're not going to get it, right? And we know and understand that, right? But the Lord has set it up through the Spirit, right, for basically all these things to be revealed, right, unto our people and the whole world, right, to show that Israelites have a common enemy in the so-called white man, right? So, basically there was you have this guy, what's his name? I think it's Tim Boyd, right? He was, the mayor of Texas, right? He resigned because he made some very brash statements, concerning basically the poor, which the poor, is our people, so-called Negroes, Blacks, and Native Americans, right? He made some very, bold statements, and quite frankly, he was speaking from the heart, all right? He was speaking, all right? He was frustrated, he got caught up in the moment, and he decided, to share how he truly feels, right? And this is the sentiment that all these so-called white people have against you so-called Negroes, Blacks, and Native Americans, all right? I don't care, all right? You may have white friends, or they may say, oh, I have black friends, I have a black wife, or I have a black husband, whatever, okay? All right, you're going to be showed in the time of Jacob's trouble, right? What side of the fence you're on, all right? Okay? I don't care how they come off, right? He's a devil, right? So he knows how to play his part. He knows, how to be a philanthropist and show as if he's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Show as if he's friendly, right? But at the end of the day, all right, it's you or him, right? We're coming into a time that, all right, if you ain't got hip to what's going on, all right, then you gonna be caught out there, all right? Because Esau, all right, the Lord is sending up to where he's allowing this devil to show his horns, all right, and it's only gonna get progressively worse, all right? So this was just a little clip I'm gonna play from the Breakfast Club, all right, that from what the guy said, right? You can look this up on whatever social media, right, to see what he had posted. But I'm gonna just play this clip because it kind of brings the words to life, so to say, right? And then we'll get some scriptures, to back this up. So without further ado.
It didn't give what Tim Boyd wrote any real justice. Like, they really watered what he said down. Let me read it for you, okay? This is Tim Boyd verbatim, raw. I'm not putting no sauce on this. I will read you Tim Boyd's whole statement in full. Let me hurt some feelings while I have a minute. No one owes you or your family anything, nor is it the local government's responsibility to support you during trying times like this. Sink or swim is your choice. The city and county, along with power providers or any other service, owes you nothing, in capital letters. I'm sick and tired of people looking for a damn handout with an exclamation mark. If you don't have electricity, you step up and come up with a game plan to keep your family warm and safe. If you have no water, you deal without and think outside of the box to survive and supply water to your family. If you are sitting at home in the cold because you have no power and are sitting there waiting for someone to come rescue you because you're lazy, it's a direct result of your raising. Only the strong will survive and the weak will perish. Folks, God has given us the tools to support ourselves in times like this. This is sadly a product of a socialist government where they feed people to believe that the few will work and others will become dependent for handouts. Am I sorry that you have been dealing without electricity and water? Yes, I can't tell, Tim. But I'll be damned if I'm going to provide for anyone that is capable of doing it themselves. We have lost sight of those in need and those that take advantage of the system and mesh them into one group. Bottom line, quit crying and looking for a handout. Get off your ass and take care of your own family. End quote. Tim Boyd, I need you to shut the F up forever. All right, these are the folks who are in leadership positions in America. How can you say power providers or any other service owes the people nothing? Of course they do. They owe the people power and good service. That's what they pay for every month. You know what happens if a regular everyday citizen tells the power company, I owe you nothing? The power company will say, oh, word, and they will cut off that person's power. See, the reason this mayor thinks the power company doesn't owe the people anything is because he knows the people need the power companies more than the companies need the people. The people have no choice.
So there you go. That's the point. You know, and that's how these devils feel. And it's funny that, right, that you know, Jake is always made to blame as if he's the reason that he's in the situation he's in. Well, we know, all right, that, all right, so-called white man's behind this pandemic, all right, of this C virus, all right. It's many articles, all right, and news feeds that have come out on this, all right. So people should be hip to that, as well as, all right, with the situation that happened in Texas, all right. You know, if you're not aware of the HARP program, right, which is basically a weather modification technology, all right, they have this technology where they're able to manipulate the weather and create, you know, snowstorms and thunderstorms, hurricanes, tsunamis, like you name it, all right, and able to isolate it, all right, in a particular area wherever they may seem fit, all right. So as we know, you know, Texas is, for the most part, right, is a very warm climate state, all right, and their living conditions are not built, okay, for, all right, for weather like this, all right, for extreme cold and snow, right, for a duration of time in this matter, you know, like just for a small example, like their pipes are not insulated, you know, so just that alone. Right, with the right circumstances can be a detriment, right, which is what they experience, right, and even through all that, you know what I'm saying, right, basically, you know, we don't have no control over the weather conditions, right, we got to go through this hell, right, that, you know, the people of Texas went through, but yet some way, somehow, we're still to blame. It's still, oh, we're lazy or this and that. You know what I'm saying? Which, in hindsight, they forget, right, that the so-called Negro, Latin, and Native American, right, built up America through what? The transatlantic slave trade, right? The slaves worked. They put in work without pay, okay? So, you know, I find it highly entertaining, you know, for white people, you know, say go back to Africa and or you're lazy and this and that, when our heritage is a people that is proven, right, to put in work, right? But anyway, that's besides the point. That this devil, he's just, his spirit is to look down upon us, right? He's the reason that we're in the condition that we're in, but yet he, somehow, some way, we're to blame on why we can't come up, why we can't, persevere and be successful, this, that, and the third, when he's the whole reason that we're in the state that we're in, and that we remain there. He has systems set up, right, to keep us on the bottom, right? But then they want to talk this talk as you heard in the video. So anyway, and again, this goes back to the curses, that we will be in one of our enemy of all things. So, all right, if we're in the hand of our enemy, yeah, it's up to the so-called white man to nurture us, all right, to make sure that he provides for what we need while we're in slavery. How we're going to continue, you know what I'm saying? And he's not providing, just our essentials, and that's why so many people are down and out now, because, right, due to the C, the C virus, right, everything has been shut down to, all right, to the just the common Jake, that had his 9 to 5, right, that get his chews infused, right, just to survive. He doesn't have the ability to do that due to this pandemic, right, that he can't provide for himself, for his family, all right, this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? Because everything is restricted, or it's all about, essential workers and this, that, it's just, this place is just a ball of confusion, you know what I'm saying? But no matter what comes or go, all right, they want to make sure, all right, to promote, all right, in their media that, all right, you're somehow the blame, right? They always point the finger back at you, even though they the ones that create these problems, But this is Deuteronomy, what is it, shit. Straight around, one of all things. Shalakia. It's 48. Okay. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, right? So-called white men is our enemies. Another scripture we always bring out, all right? Sirach 12 and 10, never trust thy enemy, all right? All right, being a so-called white man, these other nations, all right? Back in Deuteronomy 28, 48, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, all right? I.e. slavery, all right? If you're serving someone, you're basically a slave. They own you, okay? Which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. Hey, power, water, you know what I'm saying? And the guy, he made a rant that saying we're too lazy, right, to basically figure out a way to provide ourselves, these essentials, when again he's the whole reason, right, that everything is shut the hell down. You know what I'm saying? We don't control the power grids. We don't control the water, source, right? This, that, or even if we try to come up with our own thing, right? You have examples through, all right, Rosewood and Black Wall Street, to where you come down and decimate everything. So even if we wanted to fend for ourselves and have our own economy, all right, you show that you're against that. So shit, we damn if we do, damn if we don't, But yet when we bring these things out, all right, using the scriptures, all right, we're looked at as the bad guy, right? speaking of the men of the men of the Lord are looked at as the bad guy just because we point out these certain facts, right? And you have Esau that wants to cast false blame or just straight up lie and say it ain't so or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's a conspiracy now. You know, it's nonsense, right? At any rate, this is reading on. It says, and in one of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. God, and that actually happened. All right, yokes meaning we were, you know, restricted and bound up. All right, even to this very day, we're spiritually bound. All right, you know. Okay, everyone that's born in this world, all right, must have, all right, some form of identification, a birth certificate, a social security card. All right, you're still a slave. You're a servant. You know what I'm saying? And we're in want of all things from our enemies. But then you have our enemies, all right, that want to cut us off and cut things off to where we can't provide for ourselves or feed ourselves. All right. You know, wash, bathe, can't just do just regular common things. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, matter of fact, because of this. This is, this is Proverbs 12 and 10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, right? But the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. You know, so this devil is merciless. You know what I'm saying? So even the tender mercies of the devil of this man is cruel, the wicked. All right, and that's why he's known as the wicked. In fact, all right, when you read Malachi, the first chapter, he's known as the border of wickedness. He's the most extreme. You know, the most extreme point. All right, he's the epitome of wickedness. All right, of iniquity. Right, he's fully set to do evil. Right, he doesn't know how to do good. He wasn't programmed that way. Right, he was literally set up as a vessel, all right, of the Heavenly Father, all right, to exemplify, all right, wickedness, right, to show you as an example of what not to do, right, and the way that you should not walk in. Right, well, that's his purpose here upon the earth. Right, and we're put here to learn that point. All right, and turn back to the Heavenly Father, all right, and the Son, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you know, before it's too late, right? That's our duty, right? As it say in Ecclesiastes 12th chapter, you know, basically keep the commandments, fear the Lord, first of all, you know what I'm saying, fear the Lord, all right, and to keep his commandments. That's the whole duty of man, all right, the Israelite man, right? That's our whole purpose here, walking upon the earth, nothing else. Right, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel, man. All right, and what the guy said, all right, or posted, all right, Tim Boyd, all right, that was very harsh and cruel, all right, statements to make in a time like this, all right, when Jake already catching holy hell, you know, and hell, it's come to a point that hey, they people catching it too, all right. And I'm sure that's where some of the frustration comes from, you know, because, hey, these Edomites, they catching hell too, because this is all a sign, all right, of Babylon falling, right? Esau is at the end of his rulership, right? And the Lord is basically putting his lights out. Real quick, this is, let's see, I had Isaiah. This is Isaiah 10 and 1. It reads, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, right? And that right grievousness which they have prescribed, you know. When this devil creates laws, right, he does it with evil intent, right, to keep Jake behind, right? You know. And boy, be damned if you make it or if you find a loophole, right, through his system, right, that he hates it, right? When Jake actually figure out a workaround, you know what I'm saying, on a way to, you know, kind of come up and, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, just to, just to, you know, be so-called successful, or, you know, just to, you know, make it or whatnot. All right, the devil finds a way, okay? He writes up another decree, another law or whatever. So like for the heads, I must keep saying like I'm seeing a chariot. No, I'm tripping, not. But Salakia. Yeah, you know, he writes up another law. Esau write up another law, all right, to just to keep Jake down, you know. So it's like he basically, I'm just trying to say that, you know, Esau makes sure that we're always 10 steps behind, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? It says to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, the widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. God, you know. And what will you do in the day of visitation and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will ye leave your glory? God. You know what I'm saying? Because the Heavenly Father is about to embarrass this devil, basically, for all the wickedness that he's done unto our people. You know what I'm saying? Like he's for the affliction. You know, they hold themselves not guilty. You know what I'm saying? And they're never to blame, all right, of the circumstances that happen in the earth, right? Yet and still, they're the always that's been known, all right, is being revealed, all right, from the prophets of the Lord, or even from their own people being whistleblowers, all right, and exposing certain things, all right. Show them that they're the devil, that they're doing wickedness behind closed doors with evil intent, you know. And you know, they just try to figure. So now I kind of forgot my point, but you know, they are exposed of all these things, and we're known as basically the bad guy for calling a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? It's like we ain't the ones doing the wickedness. We just letting people know you the one doing the wickedness, right? But because you said something, all right, it's a problem with that. You know, that's why you have all these restrictions, right, of this devil, right, taking down, you know, as soon as you put the video up, he want to take it down. He want to take the channel down, give you a strike, a flag, this, that, and the third. Right, coming up with all these different laws to counteract so-called, you know, conspiracy theories, which is basically he just doesn't want any truth coming out. All right, he wants to control the narrative. That's all that is. Which is that's what he uses his media. All right, that's what television is designed for. Right, it's a tool. All right, used to keep the people asleep, to keep them. You know, off their pivot, you know, to keep them in fear, you know. But the only way you're gonna be able to navigate this world, all right, with a sound mind, all right, is by the word of the Lord, all right. You know, and you get that instruction, right, through his men, through the prophets, all right, by way of, you know, some random street corner, all right, throughout America or the whole world. Right, or through a video. You know what I'm saying? That's why this word is going out, all right? To wake up the hopeful elect. But hey, as the scriptures say, hey, never trust thy enemy, man. Don't trust him, all right? I don't care how many teeth he show you, all right? I don't care what he say he can do for you, all right? You got a lot of our people that's still want to support Biden because he say he's going to offer a handout with another stimulus check. Like, ooh, whoop-de-doo. right? How is that going to fix the whole, hey, 400-500 years of slavery? How is that going to fix all that? And that's why we got to wait on the Lord, all right? Because only then and only then will we receive, all right, true justice, all right? We're being shown that we can't do it by ourselves. We have to rely on a higher power. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I want to give all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem B'Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to the Icon that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.